On this episode of Rick Quadruple Zero, you're going to see another little update on Ed's 318.
It's together.
Yeah. This is going to be the only point in the whole video you see me. You may hear me, but you won't see me after this point.
It's pretty much useless.
One on the intake valves, right?
Yeah, the drill's easier on the exhaust. For some reason, this suction cup doesn't want to really...
The internet trolls aren't going to like that one.
Yeah, well, Uncle Tony did, so...
Oh, well, if he did it, then we should be
So,
fine.
okay.
The patron saint of Mopar did it, so
Right.
we'll be okay.
All right. So, I guess we'll start. Valve grinding schmoo. Okay. Are we rolling?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to put a little bit of lapping compound on the surface. Okay. So we're going to put that in there. Spin it around a little bit. We'll get out our drill, because Uncle Tony said it's okay to do. We'll hook up our drill, and we'll just pull it down into it a little bit. Switch directions. And that's it.
And just like that, your engine's rebuilt.
So we'll take a look. You got a focus on there?
Let me
Get a sock. Got it?
Nope. Oh, I had it.
Oh, I shouldn't move.
I got it.
Nice. See that dark ring? That's what you're looking for.
That's kind of important.
So, gonna look at the seat in the head. It's nice and gray all the way around. So we're good to go.
Hey, you could definitely see the contrast.
Yeah. So that one's done. 8 exhaust is done. So 8 intake. Now, mind you, we pre-cleaned all these valves, and they were already ground. So we're just gonna put a little bit of compound on it there. These we're gonna do by hand with a suction cup because it holds better for some reason. So stick it on there. Always best to have your 2-year-old under this perilous cylinder head on a bench.
Just watching.
Wipe off the schmoo. And look at that.
Beauteous.
Did you focus? Did it focus?
Let me get it. Let me get a nice good.
Yeah, can you move it around
Joe,
some
make
more?
sure you mention what the schmoo is.
It's valve grinding compound. We'll show that.
Yeah.
You want to show
We'll show that to the people.
We'll give you a detail.
Report on the schmoo.
Okay. So that's it. Intake and exhaust. Valves are lapped. We're gonna turn it over to Mr. Seth. So he's gonna do it now. You got a little downward pressure as you.
Joe, and that is just reseating the valves, right? Making sure that there's a good seat.
Yep. We just want to make sure that
So
they
they're-
grind themselves into each other.
Yeah, they have the same striations back and forth.
Gotcha.
Once the suction cup detaches itself, you're done.
It's usually a good thing. Wipe it off and take a look. Nice and even. Gray all the way around. Perfect. Sweet.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at that. Champ.
Over that one. Do you still have a few valves left to grind?
Yeah, I got a whole set from the other 318 head, which are the same size valves. So actually one is actually chucked up into the grinder itself right now. So you could probably stand the head on up. Probably be easier to stand it up. Push and wiggle it. That one probably still got a burr on it.
Sounds like it.
Twist it and send it in there. There you go.
And I gotta use the drill on this one?
Sure.
Just do this first?
Mm-hmm. Get the drill on it. Oh, you ain't gonna do it with that song. Hold it here. There you go. Chuck it up, lock it in. You gotta lock your chuck onto it. There you go. So now you want to pull away with the drill. There you go. Slow, but keep it spinning. Now pull it up and down.
It's kind of hard.
It's got no trigger control.
Switch directions. Okay. Unchuck your drill and yeah.
It's amazing, like how teeny that burr can be
Looks
and
good to me.
cause that much trouble.
What, the Permatex? Putting it on the surface of the where the freeze plug sits.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little added insurance, I guess, to keep it from leaking.
Since we have the thing wide open here, you could see the lifters in the cam. Is there anything that you should look for to see if it's in good shape or if there's any issues?
Yeah, if it doesn't run right. I mean, there's really not much to, I mean, this, as long as the wear patterns are all even like they are, there's really not much to it. I mean, unless there was a really issue with it. Cams they either look like this or they're junk.
Okay.
You know, there's no like in between.
Preferably your cam will have all of its lobes. If one of these is just round, then you're in trouble.
And you'll know that by driving it. So I guess that's what Joe's saying.
The rocker
yeah.
won't move.
Okay.
And then all this metal bits of this will be in your oil pan.
Oh, they're stuck. Keep going.
More?
Yep. One more.
What are we doing?
More?
Touch more.
Ed's installing freeze plugs.
That perfect?
Into
or
his
too
head.
far?
No, it's fine.
No, that's fine. That one's deep, so.
Well, that's got a long.
It's got the 45 on it. You want
Yeah.
to get it sunk past the 45.
Okay, you want to give it one more, you think?
I think it's fine.
Okay.
It's good to go.
And Seth is what, Kevin?
Seth is cleaning. He's getting ready to start assembling heads.
What? The whole
Joe,
group of guys not knowing what they're doing. This will work out just fine.
isn't that how every engine's assembled?
Pretty much.
The Joe's standing right next to me, so he can chime in too. But
Got the right valve for the right cylinder?
Yes.
what
Perfect.
what is
Oh,
it?
wait,
What is he putting on there, Joe? What's that?
Just engine
lube?
assembly.
Got the oil pumper?
Yeah.
So Seth is getting ready to start assembling the heads or the valves into the heads, rather. So lots of oiling, finicky parts, springing all over the place. Of course, Rick's filming like the opposite end of where everything is happening.
Yeah, probably.
Rick should probably switch.
Sides, right? Seal on there.
It's what your toilet used to say.
Where is
What you need? Spring compressor is right there.
The key part to doing this is making sure nobody gives him a hand with anything.
No. That's how it goes down.
Come on.
There you go.
4-groove keeper.
Yeah. I would have noticed that.
See? You got this down pretty good.
I think they're laying in the bag anyway.
Trying to keep it square is tough, isn't it?
Just a little bit. Of course, it's on the back side of it. I greased my wrong hand when I did the valve. So this hand's all greasy.
It's okay. It makes it very real. The audience will buy it.
You know, I hope so. They're not paying me for a reason.
Here. Why don't you
Yeah,
get
no, I got it.
There you go.
I got it.
Here.
They'll stand. Oh, it's fine.
You know what, let me, let's wait till the head comes off the bench, I'll just take that over. Let's clean that out and we'll assemble that. Why go?
Just go.
Take 2 minutes,
Just go.
and that'll be ready to go.
There.
I told you to put some of that engine assembly grease on there.
I wasn't having troubles before.
You got helping hands.
Here, I'll hold on to it.
Okay, there you go.
I got it.
Got it?
Yep.
Release the spring.
You're gonna get your wiener gloves finished.
Does the motor get painted with these on?
Technically, it does.
And grab your framing hammer and smack,
I don't know where the
smack
framing
that
hammer
valve.
went.
Or we can dust it up.
Otherwise, these are
Should get a bigger hammer.
I would definitely get that out. Put the old plugs back in for paint.
Nope, ain't over new ones. We'll just put a little tape on the electrode end. And
Yeah. Got to paint over the brand new spark plugs because that's how Chrysler did it.
Precisely.
It is. They'd assemble the whole engine and then freaking spray bomb it. And that's how it went down the line. Everybody buying them, they didn't care. Is it fast? Cool. What, rot out in 3 years? Sure.
Where do you order what to get that? Is it an SE?
Well, no. That's the E-bodies down the
The
Questions you'd ask.
plastic sleeve he's putting on the valve just allows the seal to go over top of the keeper landings without damaging the seal.
It's like a little straw, right?
Joe referred to it as a condom.
Jimmy, you know.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Got a shot. We're filming here. They put a light on the outside of the door. Filming in progress. I bet you my buddy has one of those. There you go.
Now, I mean, when I did the 440 build, we had to do the same thing. We put in higher tension springs, and like it was kind of a pain in the neck to work with this spring compressor. It is definitely
That's the same spring compressor I used for my high tension springs in the 3D3 when I built that one. And by the time I was done with it, I was about ready to throw it across the garage.
yeah.
See, that one I didn't have problems with.
You're not nervous about being on camera no more.
Yeah, that's
Stage
part of
fright.
it. That's part of it.
We'll take whichever valve is the best commentary. That one will be the slow-mo one, and then everything else will be sped up.
Pretty much.
you come in to micromanage? Joe's mysterious rag piles. Could be sock, could be boxers. You never really know.
Who cares? It's an old fucking cloth. What's the difference, right?
The people that touch it, that's who cares.
That is the correct answer.
Just keeping it real.
Ooh, it stinks.
It does stink.
Stank.
It does have some stink. Left side. Fortunately, it's semi-idiot proof, so we gotta drill holes in there. Hang on, we got.
Kill that. There's too much left on it, so.
Let's focus on the coolant passages first. Just gotta edit out the audio.
Guys got a whole two-body front sway bar setup. Brackets and all, everything. The bolts, everything, all enchilada. Yeah. Looks like it's in really nice shape. He's asking $150 for this one. Is that a good price?
It's not too bad. It's about nice and clean and everything's there. Got the links too.
Everything.
That's probably good though.
And gotta make a little choppy thingy. What happened?
That's what we're doing.
Slapping some heads on, bah. Slap them.
Okay.
Head gaskets are on, copper coated. They're getting ready to stake in some bolts for the heads, and
You gotta put some oil on.
we'll torque them.
Just a little light oil on the threads.
And yeah, hopefully we can get this thing like rest of the way assembled and painted tonight.
Joe, where's the socket for that? It's, you leave it on the bench? Just put it back here.
It's 3/4 inch. I think it's on the top there.
Oh, there it is.
A little short.
How many phases do you do the torquing in?
2. They want you to
2.
torque it at 50 and then at 95. So go over it. I like to go over it twice at 50 and then twice at 95.
So now this is a small block. You said the big blocks do.
I don't know. Look at the book right there.
Freeze the frame if you want to see the numbers.
On there?
Yep.
Let's see that book. I'm gonna flip it over to the big block one. There. That's the big block page.
Say that.
And then here are your big block specs here. 383, 440 are the same. 426 is different. So we omitted the 6-cylinder stuff because nobody cares.
You lube all those bolts?
Yeah, you put a little bit of oil on the threads.
No anti-seize or nothing like that, or?
Just a little
They
oil.
just go in by themselves, you don't know, Permatex or?
They don't go in any jackets or anything. Just white hole.
You want to have a little bit of oil on there because you don't want the friction of the bolt spinning in the bore to mimic it being stretched and tightened.
Gotcha.
You want the whole purpose of doing the torque is to making sure the bolt is properly stretched.
No, that's way cool. Okay.
Yeah. Top, center, and then bottom.
Yep, top, center, then bottom.
Top center. You got it, Kevin?
Flip it right over to the page here. Yeah. Let's back a little ways. 18, 340.
Don't worry, Ed. If you get it wrong, there'll be about 3,000 people telling you did it wrong.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
comments.
for sure.
The best way to get
You
the
get
correct
3,000 views?
answer on the internet is state that you know it and then post the wrong answer,
Yeah.
and you'll get all the right answers. There we go. Getting close now. This guy, this page here has got the sequence, Ed, if you need to reference it. It's actually a really highly detailed black and white photo.
Let me find my thread locker.
For those of you that don't know, the person that's torquing these bolts down is the actual guy that owns the car. Right, Ed?
Things don't go well. I have no one to blame.
That's right.
Done. We got told. So now we can roll it over a little bit more, and we can put our soft plugs in.
Gotta do the
Freeze plugs. Oh no, we gotta put the.
we gotta do the
rock
push
rods
rods.
in first.
Push rods and rocker arms first.
Right.
Throw some lube on the tips of those valves.
Okay. So
On the tips of the push rods?
On the valves.
On the valves? Okay.
Tips of the push rods wouldn't hurt either, too.
got a little overexcited there.
Just, no, use the assembly lube or whatever. I guess use it, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just the assembly lube stickier. Turn it over. This heat shield was originally riveted, so what we did was we drilled it out for 5/16 24
Actually,
thread,
Kevin,
I believe.
you
Putting
know
it
what?
back here because we
Put
have
a
this
little-
heat crossover
these
for
are
the
just to
intake
put a
for the
little
heat
lube in each one of
from
those.
the exhaust. So this
Maybe.
gets really
Maybe.
hot, and
So
I'm
then I just
assuming
drop
this is
into
here
it.
to keep oil from
rather
burning and
tight
caking
and
on here.
sticky.
So we're putting it back. We're going to use
No, that's
bolts
negative.
No? Okay.
with some Loctite and lock washers.
Assembly lube doesn't stick to oil.
No.
And we're going to torque it to an unknown value.
This engine build's going south in a hurry. Not holding you up.
No, not at all.
Click. Ooh, this one I feel as though it's got some hillbilly Loctite going on.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the great debate.
Cross threads are
Loctite or
100% threads, right?
Loctite or cross thread?
Perfect.
Hillbilly Loctite.
Going nowhere.
When in doubt, send it.
Got red Loctite on 5/16 bolts and lock washers. Should be fine.
That's not going anywhere.
No.
Doesn't matter if they're stainless
It's
steel,
for all.
does it?
It's for all those 6,000 RPM.
Yeah, really, high rev.
Jumps. Sweet jumps.
Okay. Torquing's complete.
Okay.
The head is down.
The entire engine just falls apart.
Fabuloso. All right.
Tip it over, we'll put the soft plugs in on the other side.
Ed's doing final preparations on the engine before paint.
Comes from the
Getting in there, getting all
vacuum port.
any residue, grease,
Vacuum
or
on
whatever
top
dirt
of
and
it.
grime that may have been left on. It's gonna get removed.
It's an interesting thing.
Joe's over here still,
Fiddle F in the carburetor.
yeah. Little bits and
Feels
pieces
those
all
are,
over.
there's a component missing. Tis a plate. There's a plate in here somewhere.
Joe, Joe, what's the stamping number on the block?
Where? It's
352403117.
that's an identification number for it. It's probably the casting number.
Really?
Or no,
I don't remember.
it's got to have
seeing it.
318 in it somewhere.
Yeah, up front here, there's a
Or
CM318R,
mhm.
and then it's followed by a, what, 352403117.
Yep.
I never seen that on a block.
Yeah, small blocks have 'em.
Do they? Oh, yeah, it's true, I've never taken many small blocks apart.
I forget what that stuff's there for. I know it'll say 318, 340, 360 there.
Yeah,
Just
it
so
does
you-
say 318
Yeah.
on the block there. Very interesting.
Very interesting.